My name is Becky Singleton. I'm a single mom of two fantastic daughters who are super talented. An entrepreneur, a health and fitness coach, and I walk my own talk by working out every day. Motivational speaking, Reiki practitioner healer are some of the things I love to do. I've survived cancer. I'm also an agent of change at the highest level. But what I enjoy the most is cooking for the ones that I love. So join me in leveling up and being more happy, healthy, and fit. Hi everybody, I'm Becky Singleton and you're on Happy, Healthy, and Fit today. Thank you for joining. If this is the first time you're seeing me, please like, subscribe, and share to help others find this information. I appreciate that. But remember to please take care of yourselves. It's really important that you take care of your families and yourself, especially when you're out in public. I appreciate that. I know that your family will appreciate that. We're going to talk today about weight training and weight loss. So last week we talked to Sheleah about her journey, and I'm going to talk this week about how using weights will help you lose weight. So I think that's important. So here we go on Happy, Healthy, and Fit. Hi everybody, I'm Becky Singleton and you're on Happy, Healthy, and Fit today. We're going to get started, but first I want to ask you to please subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Please like the video if you like my content and share it. A lot of people could use the information, so thank you. We're going to talk about weight training and weight loss. Those two are very important. I know a lot of people, especially women, worry, oh, I don't want to get too big. I don't want to weight train because they don't understand what weight training does for a woman. Men love weight training in general, right? We see a lot of men just naturally gravitate to weight training and maybe do less cardio. That's been my experience when I train men. They gravitate right to the weights, but we have to have a balance of both. And let's talk about that first. When you are trying to lose weight or trying to get healthy, let's just talk about being healthy overall, whether you're a man or a woman. Why is cardio important? Cardio exercises your heart. Your heart is a muscle. It needs to be exercised a minimum of 35 minutes if you're a regular exerciser. If you're not, you start off where you are and then just build up to that 35 minutes. Okay, so that's what's really important about cardiovascular. And it also circulates your blood and gets, everything pumped up for you. The blood gets pumped into the muscle. The other thing, when we start now talking about weight training, why is weight training so important? Well, especially if you're over the age of 50 and you're a woman, it's so important to protect your bones from osteoporosis. And the reason why is as we age, we lose muscle. We lose it and we become vulnerable to those things like osteoporosis. So weight training actually defends yourself from osteoporosis. So it's very important if you're over the age of 50 to please use some type of weight-bearing exercise or weights. What do I mean by weight-bearing exercise? Weight-bearing exercise is when you use your own body weight. So say you're pushing up against a wall or against maybe the countertop, and you're doing this in a way that you are using your muscles and having that weight bearing of your own weight help you do that activity. Wall sits, wall push-ups, any of those are considered weight-bearing activity. If you can get on the floor and do a push-up and you're a beginner, start with your knees. Get on your knees, arms length apart, with shoulder width apart, bring it down and bring it up. Your elbow will always be just slightly bent as you proceed down and come back up. Those are weight-bearing exercises. But when you're in the gym, you're gonna see me doing some weight training that I do. I love to lift weights. I love cardio, so I mix those two together. I usually go in the gym and depending on what kind of trainer you're talking about or talking to, everybody kind of has a system, what they think is best. Anytime you are working out, that's what's best. So I do what I like. I like to go in and do 35, 45 minutes of cardio, and then I lift for another 35, 45 minutes. And that's usually my workout for the day. But you have to build in what makes sense for you. But when we talk about weight and we're using weights, it's important to know that the muscle that you can build will help to turn out more calories. What do I mean by that? So when you're sitting still and you're not doing anything, you're just watching TV, your muscles are churning out calories for you without even working out. Fat doesn't really like to burn too many calories. So that's why when you weight train and you build more muscle, it helps to really burn more calories. And that's what you want to happen when you're trying to lose weight. Let's talk a little bit about muscle versus fat for a second. So, you know, I hear people say this and I kind of chuckle sometimes, but people often say, oh, muscle weighs more than fat. No. A pound of muscle and a pound of fat is still 1 pound, right? It's just that there's less muscle in a pound than there is fat. You need to take a lot of fat to make a pound, but you don't need to take too much muscle to make a pound. So that's the difference. The leaner you are, it's probably because you are leaner in muscle mass than you are fat mass. And we want to lose fat if we're trying to lose weight. So incorporate some type of activity that incorporates either weight training or weight-bearing exercises in your routine daily. It is important if that's what your goal is. If it's not your goal and you just want to be healthy, it's still important because of the things on osteoporosis, just protecting our bone mass as we start to age, and looking at how structurally our bodies are made up. Everybody's different. And for my age, I have an exceptionally large amount of muscle, and I benefit from that every day. I can do well if I want to eat something. I don't worry too much. But I constantly keep a mindfulness of eating healthy. I don't go off and binge. I'm not a junk food eater. I like things from the earth. We talk about plant-based foods. I love that. I could have a whole meal with just vegetables. I love it. And, whatever works for you. You have to find what works for you. We just have to be thoughtful about what's happening. What's our cholesterol like? Do you know what your cholesterol numbers are? You need to check that out because maybe you're eating too much meat that may cause your cholesterol to go up. Believe it or not, my young daughter, the swimmer, when she was little, her grandparents used to love to take her to, fast food restaurants that had burgers. And I don't know what made her doctor say, let me double check her cholesterol. Let's just do a blood run for her. And her cholesterol was high. I want to say she was 8 or 9 years old because the grandparents kept feeding her burgers. Oh, I had to stop that real quick because I wasn't with them. I didn't realize at the time that was really going on as frequently as it was. So sometimes we have to tweak our diets to help us manage our weight and our weight loss and our health, overall health, because it's what's going on inside of us that's most important. Remember what I told you, if you work out for your health, if you exercise and eat well for your health, the benefit is that you're gonna look good and you're gonna feel good. You're gonna feel confident. You're gonna feel confident in yourself and what you're wearing and what you're doing. I like to be able to say I could put on a bathing suit at any time of the year because I don't want to plan for it. I have a saying that I've said for about 30 years. You got to start today and not in May. So remember that. It's important that every day that you do and work towards your health goal just benefits as the nice weather comes. You don't have to worry about getting started. Start today. Do your best to eat well, to buy the healthy foods that you can, to exercise, use weights, and also do your cardio. So I hope that was helpful for you today. I think it's important. Information is knowledge, and now you have more knowledge to do your best. And I appreciate you joining me today. I'm Becky Singleton, and I'm just like you. day.